look at the issues that are most prominent in the Charlotte area right now, that are of most concern, part of the Gambrell Faculty Fellowship is really to use multiple disciplines to understand where solutions may lie to addressing economic mobility.
What we're looking at is how are artistic practices able to make a child's life better or make a community stronger.
I think one of our goals was to bring forward into view and focus a more distributed understanding of the economic impact of the arts, so that it wasn't only centered on arts organizations known and supported through the Arts and Science Council, but the very strong and growing arts community in neighborhoods and in surrounding counties.
What I'm excited about is all of the people we have discovered and learned about who are on the grassroots level doing this work and devising ways to measure and assess the work that's being done and see how effective it is and see how it can be supported more fully.
This particular project looks at how people on the west side of Charlotte feel and use technology for work. The digital economy is one of the fastest growing sectors of the economy. It doesn't require a bachelor's degree to get into certain entry-level digital economy careers, network administration, fiber optic installation. So we're really trying to connect people to those jobs with skills that can get them into middle wage incomes. We are seeing that low-income populations, predominantly African-American populations on the west side, use and believe in technology in the same way that largely everyone else does. We hope to take this information back to policymakers, employers, to see the types of skills that people want to learn to be able to move into these entry-level, non-degreed careers in the digital economy.
What we have studied is how changes in accessibility to jobs affects people's opportunity to employment. What we have seen happening in places like Charlotte is that center city neighborhoods are revitalizing, we see more affluent classes moving in there, while we see increased poverty in suburbs and in bedroom communities. If we want to build sustainability in terms of environmental sustainability, we want to reduce auto dependency, and that means increasing connectivity so you can easily get from these cookie-cutter neighborhoods out in the suburbs to a bus stop safely and conveniently.
The class is how to teach reading to English language learners. And so I have my students then going out and doing this in practice. What I've been trying to look at is how does not having English language cause you stress? Mainly with your family relationships, so the parents feel like they can't communicate with the students' teachers. The next level of stress is when they're ill. They can't completely communicate how they may be feeling or what they need. And the third one is about job opportunities. So I work with just my class, my students, but then they're working with these community members who are then impacting their family and community, and my students are impacting their school. So yeah, it's a little drop, it seems like, but with nice ripples.
The vast majority of children are assigned to public schools based on their residential location. This means that the quality of schools they can attend depends on the spatial distribution of different types of housing units. Historically, areas zoned for higher quality schools tend to have very few rental units. This tends to exclude access to high quality public schools for lower income children. So we're interested in this structural change in the housing market where after the Great Recession, there was a huge increase in the supply of single family rental homes, and in particular in areas zoned for high quality schools. We do find evidence that they're moving in response to these new housing opportunities to put their children in better schools. These students experience substantial achievement gains with their parents being able to take advantage of these new housing opportunities.
The research project that I'm working on is looking at housing insecurity concerns of community college students. Roughly 93% of the students attended school full-time. Roughly 30% reported being refused housing because of their source of income. I think it's more so of creating a one-stop shop with regards to universities and institutions to support students and addressing some of their housing concerns. So when we're talking about housing insecurity and academic performance, they can worry less about where I'm going to stay at. Do I have to sleep on my friend's couch? Or I can actually have a stable place to sleep, and at the same time I can really focus on my studies and what I want to do next in life.
One of the key impacts of the Gambrell Faculty Fellow Program will be to create a groundswell or just almost an extensive library of actionable information that the community can use and put into practice.